Day 3 is here. Boom. Congratulations. You've got through the first 24 hours. You've got through another 24 hours of fasting. First 48-hour fast in the bag, in the can, done. And you're coming up to day 3 where we're going to get you into your healthy eating. Healthy eating. So there's a shopping list below, but we're going to go over it in a bit more detail. Okay, we're going to go over it in a bit more detail, explain to you so you understand why you're eating what you're eating, so then you get some knowledge of it. Okay, but once again, well done. We are on the way. Day 3. This is 28 days. It's actually quite short. It's going to go fast, team. All you need to do is just stay focused for the short period of time, and it is a short period of time. 28 days, and we're going to turn your life around. So stay motivated, keep tapping into those emotional drivers. What are they? Okay, what are your emotional drivers? Comment below. What is your emotional driver? What is the thing that's driving you in your life to want to achieve your health and fitness goals? Why do you want the health and fitness lifestyle? Is it about confidence for you? Is it about feeling good about yourself? Were you bullied as a kid? Were you always the fat kid growing up? Or were you like the high school jock, the cheerleader, and you've lost your way? Okay, so wherever you're at, what's going on for you? Tap into it, tap into the emotion. Feel every last bit of pain that you feel about not being happy where you are. If you aren't happy where you are, feel that pain. Feel the pain, because we're going to channel it and we're going to use it. Okay, we are going to use that for your benefit to make you a very resilient person and a person who lives a health and fitness lifestyle. Yes. Okay, so we've got this. Carry on. Hi there, morning. Can I just get a hot chocolate and a kid's hot chocolate?
Sure.
Please. Thank you.
Yep.
Alright, I broke. I went and got a hot chocolate. No, I didn't. That's for my wife and my daughter. Okay, we're getting them a couple of hot chocolates. It's funny, like when you're in a mental state, when you're not motivated, all you need to do is see an ad on the TV and you'll be straight onto Uber Eats or, Pizza Hut ordering food. But when, you are motivated and you find the reason, I can literally walk past really nice, unhealthy food. I can cook food and not eat. I can go and buy coffees and cafes and stuff for my wife and not eat. So it's all about the motivation levels and the focus and the emotional driver. Getting those right at the forefront of our mind. Okay, right at the forefront. Important stuff, and we're going to utilize this to our advantage. Hello, while we're at it, let's do a quick official recap on the whiteboard. Okay, the recap, motivational drivers, boom. Okay, know what they are for you, understand what your motivational drivers are and tap into them. Tap into the pain, but also tap into the pleasure. There's also the pleasure side of motivational drivers, so the pleasure of achieving your goals. Okay, the pain of not achieving, the pleasure of achieving. Training itself, we've got our program in place. Okay, the 50 reps of each. remember to break those down into easy sets. So if you're literally doing sets of 2, sets of 3, sets of 4, sets of 5, sets of 10, build it up, sets of 25, sets of 50 eventually, and get our 10,000 steps in. I've just realized I still haven't showed you how to get your 10,000 steps if you don't have one of those steppy things. So I'll put that in the description, and I'll also put in the description back in video 1, so hopefully you pick it up in there. Today we're going to add something, mobilizing. Okay, so I'm going to show you some mobilization stuff that I know. Cool. Motivation. Today what we're going to talk about is the failure loop, which is a concept that I came up with just analyzing myself of the pattern of failure, of why I keep failing, understanding why, and then also having trained a lot of people running boot camps. Okay, the company that I run, we've trained 10,000 people, so you get to see a lot of patterns. The irony is I've allowed it to happen to myself by not being disciplined. Okay, here we go. The bounce back. Okay, it's all about bouncing back. It's not about not failing. It's about how quickly do we bounce back. How quickly do we just get back on the get back on the path, really, rather than being a big deal. So I'll take, for example, it's like a Wednesday, you have a binge meal in the drive-through of McDonald's. Rather than being, oh, I'm going to start on Monday, we just write it off, we get straight back into our program. So it's the bounce back, okay, something like that. It's also the bounce back from injury. So injury, rather than being, oh, I'm injured, I can't do anything. It's like, okay, I'm injured, what can I find that I can do that's not going to cause more injury? Can I still walk? Can I rehabilitate? Should I do my rehab exercises? All this sort of stuff. So it's just the mindset that we have, and just being aware of it. Okay, that exists, that we need to be aware of the bounce back, and to bounce back as quick as we can. Okay, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. And this is a little bit of a contradiction to what I said about drivers. So the drivers, I was talking about the pain. So tapping into the pain of, maybe some past experiences. So for example, one of my things that I'm really disappointed about, I guess, and it causes me some mental pain, is at my wedding I was overweight. Okay, and I allowed myself to be quite overweight, heavier than I am now, like probably 8 or 9 kilos heavier than I am now. Okay, I allowed myself to be overweight for my wedding. So I look back, and it's like that causes a lot of, I wish I could go back and do all of those photos, etc., etc. But I can't. So that is a motivational driver. It does cause me a little bit of pain. But the thing about don't feel bad, what I mean by that is don't look at yourself in the mirror. Don't think throughout the day badly about yourself. What I'll encourage you to do, and what I need you to do, is just think, I've made this decision. I'm turning it around. I'm on day 3. I've been consistent. I'm going to hit 28 days. I'm going to lose a heap of weight off my body. And this is going to kickstart me into this health and fitness lifestyle. And that's just the start. Okay, that's just the start. Remember, we have a long-term plan for this. This is just like a reset, if anything. It's a reset. It's a reset. It's like a cleansing, a detox, mental, physical. Detox is like a bit of a cliche, cheesy word, but it's, you know what I'm getting at. All right. Nutrition. What I want you to do is add a glass of kombucha to your nutrition plan. Okay, and let's cut over to the kitchen, where I'm going to show you some cool stuff on the refeed.
Oh, wait, do I start running? Yeah, nice.
Good, try and get through that one gap. You only allow one gap, one. Welcome to the kitchen, and right now we're just going to show you what we got at the shopping. I don't have time to cook it in front of you. We've got stuff to do, but I'm just run a boot camp, kids. But broccoli, okay, really good, vitamins, nutrients, tastes good. I bet 48 hours no eating. This is 48 hours no eating. This is going to taste 48 hours. This is going to taste fantastic. Okay, broccoli, cut it into little bits, steam it up. Don't overcook it. Now we've got, okay, steak. What I've got here is around about 400 grams of steak. I'm only going to have half of that, so one of those. Oh, do you need the loo? Okay, you better go. Go find mum. And then we've got mushrooms. Okay, mushrooms. I like mushrooms. Okay, we just want another form of just a little bit of energy, carbohydrate. So you might just have like a little bit of salad, lettuce. I went for mushrooms. So that's all we're having. One meal a day, but it is low carb, very low carb, probably under 15 grams, and good amount of protein to keep us going. Right, that's the kitchen, that's the food. Enjoy, cook it up, eat it slowly. Alright, it has been a hell of a long day. Shopping's done, kids are sorted, and now I've got to get downstairs and do a little bit more stretching down the dojo because I need to show you these stretches, but also my lower back is starting to get a bit achy just with having a herniated disc, S1L5. It does flare up. Okay, so I've really got to monitor it and just take it easy. So we're going to take the opportunity to cover off a couple of points for the motivation. The first one being the failure loop and then the bounce back. I feel like I didn't do the best job explaining that, so we're going to go over it again. But we'll include some stretching with it. So the stretch that I'm going to show you, what we're going to do, ignore, is the hip flexor stretch. So what I'm looking for is 90 degrees here at the front and then 90 degrees at the back. I reach behind me. Okay, I reach behind me, grab, look there, I'm grabbing my foot, not the toes, but right into the crook of the ankle. From there, I'm looking to sink in and really stretch off iliopsoas, they call it, okay, or iliacus. Iliopsoas, depends where you learnt your sports science. Okay, and then we want to do quite a long stretch. Okay, I'm not going to do it right now. We want to do quite a long stretch, but I'm talking like I do the stretch here for a solid like 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, and I really stretch it off. Because what we find is day to day, as we're very front sided, we're bending at the hips all the time, we get very tight in through here, this region here, in through the hips. That tightening, okay, forces the pelvis into a bad position, and it does put a lot of pressure on the lower back, so that hip flexor stretch will really help. Okay, let's crack into the mind state. Failure loop. Let's go over this one more time. So the failure loop is really about, okay, so say we make a mistake, and this is where the failure loop comes in. We make a mistake, we've eaten something bad. When you're in the failure loop, you'll say, I'm off the bandwagon, I'm going to start again Monday. It will turn into binge eating till Monday, and then start again Monday, and it'll feel like this bad feeling. Now the loop is the bad feeling of going, oh, I feel really bad, I ate crap food, what's going to make me feel better? I'm going to start again Monday. Okay, now I'm starting again Monday, I'm feeling good, and now I broke it and I'm feeling really bad, so I binge. So therefore, what do we need to change about the response in the failure loop? We need to change the response to a mistake. The response needs to be bounce back. You need to break out of the loop. Okay, that failure loop, we break out of it. The bounce back will be when you go, oh, I just ate this crap meal. All good, I'm going to bounce back, I'm fasting. That's my only meal for today. I'm fasting for the next 24 hours. I'm fasting for the next 48 hours. I'm bouncing back. Cool, that's right, I ate the crap meal. I'm not going to feel bad about myself. I made a mistake. But now I'm just going to get on with it. And it's no, I'm not starting in Monday. I'm starting in right now. Okay, that's the bounce back. Okay, so that's it for today. It's been a bit of a hodgepodge episode. Apologies in advance for the poor cinematography. We're trying to pump this content out. We've got 3 kids. We've got a business. We've got family. We're trying to make this work for you. It's all there. The information's there. Grab it.